Welcome to Short Sound Bites. Do you hear this? Do you hear that? That's ticking, ticking, tick. That's right. Do we have a lot of time left? Do we even know how much time we have left? Um, things are moving fast. The internet changed things unbelievably. And now I think we're headed to blockchain, Bitcoin technology that is going to be explosive and maybe reduce the divide. I mean, increase the divide between the poor and the rich. I know that many people are speculating it's going to decrease the divide. No more so than the internet has, although people want to make arguments that now poor people are more on a level playing field because of the internet. That might not be true. It might be now. It's even more amplified because it's easier to get dirt and information on your demographics, how poor you are, if you've ever been in trouble with the police, all this stuff, way easier through the internet. So if you're already in a bad situation, maybe the internet didn't solve all your problems, and you're older now. You didn't come up with that. I mean, how many of the people I'm speaking to out there are kind of pissed off that they didn't come up with the revolutionary.com internet boom website that would make them a gazillion dollars? Huh? Do I need to rephrase that question? Maybe I do, because I'm just saying this off the cuff and I'm trying to reach people's minds as well as their souls. How many people thought maybe they would come up with the next internet site, the next internet big thing that would make them a small fortune? And what we've put out there, the baby boomers, who really haven't done a whole lot in the internet boom, they've sat back and talked shit, but I don't think it was the baby boomers who built this internet system. It was the people to come a little bit after them, the Xers and maybe the tail end of the baby boomers, I guess. But all that aside, you woke up this morning and you are not a .com billionaire. In fact, you got an awful lot of student loan debt. Can't even get a mortgage to get a house. You can't even buy a house. And, the internet hasn't made you feel one bit more united with the human race. If anything, you feel more divided than ever. And time is ticking away. Your life is ticking away. And now, 2008 saw Bitcoin, blockchain. What could blockchain be? I don't think a lot of people realize it, that it could be the secure way of all transactions via that system. Tying it into the internet, possibly. So the internet will not even look like what it looks like now. It will be one secure, unfathomable place of non-freedom and control by the rich and the elite that you can't fathom it. I mean, a lot of people don't want to talk like that. That's not coming out there. But this is going to be like, hey, you want a picture of something? You're going to have to, you're not going to be able to just copy it. You're not going to be able to just pull up software and say, hey, I like this picture. I want to copy it. That's the freedom that the net provides now. That's not what they're going to have in the future. They're going to be encrypting their pictures. You're not even going to be able to take snapshots of them because they're going to have ways to mess with your software capable of doing that. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I mean, most of us are not trying to make a bunch of money off the pictures on the internet. We're just enjoying life, enjoying what the internet has to offer, right? Of course, you talk to some idiots, they'll be like, the internet's free. The internet isn't free. The internet costs me something to get Wi-Fi. It costs something at the library to use it. Can't use it all day if you're at the library. If you can only get access to the library, you only get to use it for a few hours a day. You've got all these crazy conservative lunatics that are out who just amaze me. And I've got a couple of friends. I finally realized where they're coming from. They're coming from a place of always comparing themselves to someone else. That's why they suck to have as friends. And now I'm getting personal. But, I'm sharing what I know so you'll know it, or so you can comment, so you can say, hey, I know exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. Yeah, these people are just, all they are rankers. They're like going, oh my God, you can't get 1 fathom above me, and you can't get one step above me, and they're nobody. And I had to tell somebody today. That's what kind of get me to blow my top, and finally say what I think to somebody who's always comparing themselves to everybody else, and they're a nobody. And that's the problem when you hang out with a nobody. It's all right if you hang out with a nobody and they're good-hearted, good-spirited, rooting for you and saying, I hope you do great things. I hope you make $1 million. Even if maybe they won't. They know that. Maybe they're not going to make $1 million. Maybe you're going to have to be the one to help them out after you make a ton of money. But if you hang out with someone who has really no skill set that you have, and they think they're equal to you, and then they have all these personal hate issues that they're ranking everybody, and they feel like they have to be better than you. But if they're better than you, and they're a 69-year-old, 72-year-old man, they know nothing about technology, they have no ability to pull themselves up because their endurance is not there, their energy is not there, and they socially don't fit in. They're old. I mean, this is mean shit, but what if it's true? I'm sure what I'm saying is partially true. If you can debunk a little bit of it, so, well, Colonel Sanders sold chicken sauce, and when he was 70, well, that's chicken sauce. Let's stop with that shit. That's only chicken sauce. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Allison, Walt Disney, Tupac, just name them. They made it when they were in their 20s. And you can't be downtrodden with a bunch of freaking losers, a bunch of misguided, dumb shit that a lot of people do when they're young to screw up their entire life. They will never recover. The emotional damage that you don't see can go on for years. We're learning this now. Psychology, NIH building a brain center. We're learning some people cannot recover. They are not going to be able to fix themselves. I know it sounds mean. They haven't. You know, the guys you think that would make a ton of money in the .com boom or in science or whatever, those are the exact guys doing it right around 20, came from an okay, maybe a good family a lot of times, maybe not rich, but a good supportive family. You got the outlier of the one that was beaten up in a foster home, but how many tech gurus do you know that were beaten in foster homes, like in Good Will Hunting? None. I don't know any tech guru that was like beat up in foster homes and didn't make it through high school. I don't know anybody like that. So people who want to say the outlier is the norm are full of shit. You know, it is. It's like that. And what is the conspiracy theory? That we have this golden view of all these great things that are coming for us through blockchain and the internet. No, you're coming to where those who have the money are going to get to keep it. Those who got the capital are going to get to keep it. People are like, well, you can go mine Bitcoin. You could have maybe a few years ago. Now you try and mine Bitcoin. You got hundreds of thousands of people you're competing with. You got thousands of dollars of equipment. You'll never catch those guys. They have too much money poured into Bitcoin. You couldn't outmine them. You couldn't get the banks to loan you money to build a system that could outmine them. It's just unfathomable how people think you can just do all this shit with no resources. With the rich people having every advantage, the better family, the better looks, all these things are accumulative. You know, I'm sit here and just tell somebody, go out there and work hard. That's fucking dumb, man. That worked in like 1895. But to say that, I want you away from me. When you say shit like that, I'm not going to overreact because that's just a red flag that says you are a fucking idiot and I got to get away from you. You do not know what the new world is made of, what it's going to be made of. You do not understand people that are successful. You don't have any statistics on people that are successful, and you think anything is possible when it's not. Anything is not possible. A pile of shit cannot be turned into a magnificent source of gold. Okay? It's not Rumpelstiltskin. It doesn't matter what you believe, but then again, a lot of these people don't believe anyhow. I mean, so the conspiracy is this, you know, the whole thing with the Terminator and all this shit. The Terminator, unbelievable. The Terminator is going to take over the world. You know, this whole society of complete control was absurd a few years ago. But with what blockchain will be able to do, the Internet of Things, robotics, you know, this thing, couple hundred years away where the rich own everything. You'll do what they say. They won't have to have real police officers to deal with you. They'll deal with you through their technology. Maybe they'll shock you with a dog collar. I mean, this shit is real. And here we are, the conspiracy nut, short sound bites, the melting snowflake who's completely melted down because it's summer, telling you our time is ticking away. It's ticking away. Away.